Heartbeats. I'm Sudie Landry, and today I have another author, Shaquana Jackson. She has already published 2 books, but there's more to her than just writing books. This young lady has all kinds of things going on that I'm going to try to cram into this 26-minute program. But first of all, thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
You know, Katie Anna, I think we had you or tried to get you on a long time ago, but
yes, ma'am.
A lot has happened.
A lot.
And you have a lot more to talk about now than you did then.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
So we want to briefly start with a little bit of Shaquana has a lot of desires to go above and beyond just being an author of a book. So she's going to share some of that. But Shaquana, do you want to kind of tell us about at the age 10, something happened and then that's when you discovered that you had a love for writing books?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
If you don't want to bring details, I'm just curious as to what happened. Did it inspire you or just caused you to take a different turn in life?
Right, it did. At the age of 10, I encountered a bad accident that took place. Before the accident, I was always the girl who loves to be in cheer and pageants and modeling. And I just was always say, I'm Shaquana Jackson, the most beautiful girl in the world. I mean, it would get so bad. You know, back then they had the landline phones.
Yes.
And so I'll pick up the phone. I didn't care if it was a bill collector or what. And I would answer my mom's phone. I said, Shaquana Jackson, the most beautiful girl in the world.
All right.
And so I had these big dreams and desires to one day be in either New York or California, because I said I'm going to be this actress and this model. And, you know, I learned through life really early that God can deal with you even at a young age.
Yes.
He has no boundaries. And at 10, I remember my mom was going to have her second to last child. And we had my grandmother's family come from Shreveport. And we was playing this game of tag, you're it. And back then I was little at the time. And I was playing with my cousin. I tapped her, and she didn't like that. And so I just thought, oh, well, it's your turn. And I just started running because we playing the game. And I guess she mean business. I'm not doing it. And so what happened was she pushed me.
Oh.
And when she pushed me, I fell on the cement, and I fell on my left side.
Oh, no.
And when I fell on my left side, then she stumped it. I heard something.
Oh, wow.
I heard something. I didn't know whether, I was too young to understand what just happened.
Right.
I'm just thinking something didn't either cracked and I'm hurting real bad. And I just remember her standing over me saying, if you tell somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do something else.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that fear just came over me.
Oh,
It
yes.
was just fear immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, okay, well, let me try to tell somebody, you know. And I remember my aunt was there, and she was making hot dogs for all of us. And I said, well, I'm going to tell her something is going on. I don't know what it is. And when I went in the kitchen, as soon as I said, Aunt, I couldn't even say her name. It's like something said, look over your shoulder.
Okay.
Just like as if you're in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I did, I noticed my cousin was standing there. And so I played it off and just said,
Right.
mustard on my hot dog.
There
But
you
really,
go. You really
I
want
wanted
to
to
say more.
say, check my arm and see what's going on.
I'm hurting.
But yes, needless to say, 8 months went by. I didn't tell anybody.
Wow.
8 months went by, and I would always hold my arm to my side. If I noticed somebody noticed it, and they didn't have to say anything, I put it down. I remember going to school playing basketball with my cousin one day, and when I went to shoot the basketball up, my arm came back down by itself.
Oh, no.
Came down by itself, and I was like, and she said, what's wrong? And I just played it off because I didn't want nobody asking me what's wrong. Those 8 months when I would put on my shirt, I would take my arm, put my arm in first, and then I had to put my head and put the other arm. Just couldn't do it.
You went through a lot of pain to get the
And by,
secret by yourself.
by myself. And then finally, I remember my mom, she was getting ready to leave, and she said, okay, y'all freshen up, make sure you have deodorant and do everything. And she happened to come in the bathroom to get something the same time I was in there. And I was putting it, but I was putting it right here. She said, Shaquana, you're 10 years old.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
you know how to put your deodorant on, you raise your arm up. And it was the first time that I literally said, I can't. Something, I can't. And I told her everything, and I just bust out crying. And she said, what?
Wow.
Oh, my God. And so she immediately took me to the hospital. And the hospital where I live is just not good. They put in a sling and just said, oh, it's
boy.
fine.
Yeah, right.
And so my mom said, oh, no, something got to be wrong, but she can't use it. And so then she came to Lafayette, here in Lafayette, Louisiana. And when they did it, they said, Mom, it's been broken in the growth. It healed, and it healed the wrong way. We need to go in immediately and re-break it.
Oh, yikes.
All I remember is saying we need to get it to New Orleans. And you got to understand, as a little girl that have all these dreams and excitement, and I'm always in something. I mean, it was so bad to where I would just sign myself up and say, Mom, you got to do this. And I was our only child like that. Like, Shaquana, you always got something going on, to literally what's going on with me now. And so I went through surgery, a couple of surgeries. I still got pin and screws in my arm. I had this big old rod, piece of equipment sticking out of my arm.
Oh, yeah.
And at the top of it, it was a hole. And they had this special equipment that go with it, where my grandfather had to turn at the top so my bone could stretch and everything, so I won't lose so much.
You see
weight.
stuff like that in the movies.
Yes, and it was horrible. I mean, I was going to New Orleans maybe twice a week, Lafayette 3 times for therapy.
But you got through it.
I eventually got through it.
It took a while.
It took a while.
You forgave her?
I did. I just never saw her after that. Like, it was the only time I ever saw her in my life.
Oh,
It's
wow.
something we never talked after that. You know, right now she passed by me, I wouldn't even know. But I did, you know, and sometimes you just go through things for a reason, and God to show you, because through that is why I found the gift of writing.
Some people will let that kind of stuff stop them for following what they could have been.
Correct.
And that didn't stop you.
That didn't stop
That's
me.
because you have higher dreams.
Yes, ma'am. I was like, oh no, there got to be something else to this.
That was one stage example of bully.
Right.
Being a bully. Oh,
Exactly.
wow.
Yes, ma'am.
You know. Well, so naturally, did you start writing? Okay, at 10 years old, what did you write? What was the first thing
Yes,
you wrote?
and so-
Is that inspired you to write?
Exactly. That's how I found my gift. I was at a standstill. Nothing. I couldn't even play P in school. I just couldn't do nothing. And I said, that's not like me. I'm always here and there. And so one day I'm sitting there and I'm watching TV. And everybody's outside playing. And I'm looking at one of my favorite TV shows. And I said, wait, I could do that. I could write my own show. And so I just remember going to get some loose leaf paper, and I got my pen, and I just went to writing. And so when I let my family listen to it, and they show interest, and they showed me like, oh my God, this is good, I say, I'm gonna write another one. And so I started off writing short TV scripts.
Okay.
And then the more they liked it, I moved on to movie scripts. I moved on longer. And from there, eventually, I started writing books.
My goodness,
And
most people
would have
start with a
never
book
probably did it,
and
right?
then elevate to where you went
I
straight
did
to
it.
the top. That's amazing.
Yes.
That's you though.
That's just me.
That's you.
It's
That's
me.
amazing. Well, I was reading too. I was reading some of the things. Okay, listen.
Okay.
This is probably just a short list, but according to this, she does acknowledge this God-given talent has led her to begin writing short stories, poetry, television and movie scripts, music and novels, and she hopes to break into the film industry, producing and directing her own feature films, and to one day become a New York Times best-selling author. Well, I look forward to that day to say I knew her when she was still dreaming, and you actually, I do believe, will make it.
Oh, thank
Because you
you.
have an energy about you. When you even attended the Writers Guild of Acadiana, where it's a monthly writer meeting, where I'm the president, we are just encouragers, and we encourage people to go with whatever they want to write. And your energy was so cheerful and inviting, it didn't take very long for you to be able to share with everybody your dreams.
Yes, ma'am.
And everything. And she didn't get her email this month saying what we're going to be doing. So I'm making sure that she gets an email, even though she
Yes.
did pay her membership due. But she said but anyway, so Shaquana sitting here is also a mother
Yes.
of a
yes.
daughter, or if I'm not mistaken, she's in beauty pageants.
Yes, ma'am.
I think she placed, didn't she?
Yes, ma'am. She is
Wow.
following in my footsteps and
Yeah,
not doing more.
That's
you know?
what I was going to say. She's
Yes,
also
she
been
did.
crowned just recently, I
Yes,
believe.
ma'am.
So you've got a whole lot going on. You're doing all of this, and I'm sure you have a job too.
Yes, ma'am.
Isn't that amazing?
I am doing it all. But I love every
But thank
moment of it.
God you're physically able to do it.
Yes.
Thank God for the energy that you have, and
Right.
that old pains can become such victories to make us
Right.
stronger.
Exactly.
You either give up or you
exactly.
give in, and I'm
Yes.
not gonna
That's it.
give up or give in.
Right,
So,
correct.
it's very great to hear your story. Now let's talk about this book, one of them, if you want to.
Okay.
Briefly share. This is 2 books. When did you write "Mommy, Please Help Me Get My Baby Back," which is the book on the screen with your face on the front, I believe?
My sister actually.
Your sister?
I am so creative. I said I need a face, and I took the picture actually. I did it
Okay, so
myself.
that's your sister, and this
That's
book
my
is basically
sister.
is a story that you wrote, which is a fiction or nonfiction.
Yes, ma'am. It's a fiction book,
Okay, and when did you publish that?
and I published it actually under my own publishing company as well.
Oh, she has a publishing company. We forgot to put that down. Okay, great.
But yes, I published it in 2015, 2016.
What is the name of your publishing company?
It is Sophisticated Real Life Publications.
Wow.
Yes,
Well,
ma'am.
congratulations on that other little talent that you got.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you actually published it 2015. Did you edit it yourself, or?
No, ma'am. The only thing I didn't do was actually edit and the cover design. But
Okay.
I also work closely with a cover designer till we get the exact idea I'm looking for.
Well, if you got a publishing company, I'm sure you got all the connections too.
Yes, me.
Okay, so now we know about this story, and people, if they're interested, they can always check it out on, what is it, Amazon.com?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and they have to type in your name, and your books will come up there.
Yes,
That's the
ma'am.
easiest way I tell people.
Yes, ma'am. That's the easiest
Now,
way.
what about the second book with all those looking like balloons up there and those children on
Oh,
stage?
my God, I'm so excited
It says
about this.
fundraiser. What is it?
Well, basically, it's very diverse, so I really, really love that. My little girl actually inspired me to do this book because my little girl always, since a little girl, well, she's still a little girl, but since she was young, where she had friends, no matter the background, no matter the race, no matter, she just always got along with everyone. And so, I was
Like her
oh,
mother?
yes, ma'am.
All right, that
And
little
so,
tree,
you
the
see
fruit?
that? There it goes.
Yeah, right by the tree. All right.
So I was like, wow. I said, oh my God. And today's age, I just think we need that more unity
Yes.
within amongst each other. And so I said, you know what? Let me start with the Jazz Girls. And so I'm planning on doing a series with the Jazz Girls in order for it to become a cartoon. This one here you see is Jazz and the Fundraiser. Basically, it's 3 little girls see someone in a park, and the little girl they see is actually crying, and they approach her. And so the Jazz Girls ask her, well, what's wrong? And she said, well, my dog is in the animal hospital, but it needs a little more time, and we don't have the funding. And so the girls like, okay, well, we're going to do something. And so they brainstorm into designing their own T-shirts to put on a fashion show to help this little girl
Aw.
save her dog.
Cute, cute.
And so, yes, after each book, I always want kids to engage and be part of it. And so I have a big blank T-shirt, and I say, well, if you was to help the little girl save your dog, how would you design your T-shirt?
Oh,
And it
that's
gives them
great
time.
interaction.
Yes.
So, all right, so with you saying that, have you already had a gathering for children to come out and be a part of what you just said?
Yes,
Are
ma'am.
you planning some in the future?
I am planning something in the future. I really want the Jazz Girls to grow. Later, we'll see the plush dolls of them, the backpacks, the tumblers. You know, make these girls really, really come out.
Well, wow, we're
Yes.
going to really be seeing a lot of the Jazz Girls.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, my next question is, okay, so here we are. You are just not one genre. You're in it all.
In it all.
You're in it all. Okay, so do you have any book signings or events today? Of course, is June 18th. Excuse me. And I think you have some kind of writing seminar coming up too, huh?
Yes, I have a writing seminar on the 21st of this month, which is Friday coming.
Where's it going to be located?
And it's going to be located at 512 North University here in Lafayette at Bridge Ministries.
All right, good place.
Yes, ma'am, definitely.
Okay.
My
Well,
first writer seminar, and it's going to be so good because I get to share the resources and the tools needed for you to
Well,
succeed.
I'd like for you, well, I think I already got it and been sharing it, and I'll double check it, but I'll try to get my graphic designer to maybe try to plug this before 21st, which is gonna be Friday,
Yes.
because I know, because I'll be filming the 22nd.
Okay,
Okay, that's
yes,
good. So,
ma'am.
so who's invited?
Everyone is invited, future writers, people who are writing now, future authors, bloggers.
Okay, my question, and we're not asking
Okay.
prices, but my question is, okay, if they check out your webpage, then is that posted on the webpage where you're gonna be?
It's actually posted on my Facebook.
Okay, then we need to announce
Yes.
that if they want more information, then
Right.
go to Facebook.
Go to Facebook, just
and
type in my name
and friend her if you're not a friend of
Yes.
hers, and you be sure to respond.
yes, ma'am.
And you'll give them more information.
Correct.
So this will be your first writer seminar.
Yes, ma'am.
You've got a whole lot going on, so
A
I
whole
sure
lot.
hope that it's gonna work out for you. And then I'm gonna take advantage of it
Yes,
with the
ma'am.
Writers Guild and get more people, because people are always trying to find
Right,
something to do.
Exactly, yes, ma'am.
You know.
Definitely.
So I had on my questions, people, I had all kinds of questions, but in that one little paragraph, and what she said, she pretty well already answered them.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so how old is your daughter?
And she's 15 now.
So she's 15
She's
now.
15 now, and I do a lot with her. I mean, from cheerleading to pageants. She actually sings and plays the piano as well.
Talented lady.
Very,
young
very
lady.
talented. So I'm always on the go, you guys.
Okay, so you have this book signing coming up on the 21st, okay, at the Bridge Ministry
Yes,
area
ma'am.
in Lafayette, Louisiana, and that information is on Facebook.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
also, I know because I share it also.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, question, Shaquana.
Yes.
Where are your books at this time available?
Okay. Right now, they're available on Amazon.com.
And other places?
Other places, if you go on the Barnes and Noble's website,
Available there?
they are available there for you.
Okay.
as
What we're
well.
doing is telling you where they at without really telling you hardly anything other than Barnes and Noble for sure, they're available. Also,
Amazon.
Amazon.com, and I know another author is going all over the places. I think every barbershop and beauty shop in Lafayette has her books, and so therefore, anytime you have locations, you're doing real good. Shoot it out on Facebook, and
Yes,
you will
ma'am.
share. And this show is going to be on AOC. It's being taped right now, and then I'm going to be having it put on YouTube, and from YouTube, we're going to put it back on Facebook. So,
See.
you know, every little bit helps, and
Right,
it's
every
amazing.
little bit, yes.
Everybody, do your part. And if there's
Exactly.
anything that, you know, you're interested, the Acadiana viewing audience, then check it out on AOC.com, which basically, www.aocinc.org.
Okay.
Their webpage, you know, because they have all kinds of things happening here. Now, because I brought up Acadiana Open Channel, which is why we're able to stay here and talk, you, with everything that you're wanting to do, they're gonna have all kinds of workshops here, animation, they always do.
Yes.
They're getting into all different new areas, and they do summer programs, so you really need to check out their website to
Definitely.
see what they're doing here, because it really looks like it would benefit
Yes,
you a whole
ma'am.
lot. And I mean, as you
Definitely.
talked about, even having your own show, I mean, you pay a membership fee for the year. And then
Yes.
you're able to come in here and share whatever you want to share. There's rules and guidelines, and you
Yes,
learn
ma'am.
that.
Right.
So with all of that said, I mean, this is perfect place, and you
Yes,
mentioned it, so that's why I
definitely,
brought it up.
Definitely.
I brought it up, but okay, so you were born in Lafayette, but you now reside in Abbeville, Louisiana.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you still there?
I'm still there. in
Still there?
Abbeville at
Okay,
this
okay.
moment. Yes, ma'am.
Now, when a person comes up to you, okay, I'm gonna ask you a question like I don't know anything,
Okay.
which I don't know a lot, but anyway. Okay, so, are you being real successful? Are you satisfied? Why do you write? What, is it doing what you want it to do? It's crazy questions,
Okay,
but what's
but
the
hey,
answer?
Well, I tell you what, I'm enjoying it. You know, everything is a process and it's a
That's right.
lesson and you learn. But what I did learn through consistency, things move. It might not move in your time or you want to speed it up, but everything is just a process to go through. And when you have a passion for something, whether you selling or not selling, whether you're getting support or not support, you still give it your all because that's your passion, that's where your heart is. It's just a gift that was just given to me from God, and I'm just going with the flow.
Well, when God gives you something, it doesn't go away. And if you finally say, I'm going
Right.
to do it, then everything falls into place.
Exactly. There you go.
And you've had a lot of stuff falling into place. It was amazing.
ma'am.
And I had, if I'm not correct me, didn't I try to get you on the show and something happened and we couldn't have you on the show? Or did you finally make the show? I mean, it's been 9 years.
Yes,
You know,
we did
10
the show.
years. Did we show?
And I looked
Did we
so
have
much
some kind of-
younger, and I was so much.
Well, I'm going to have to pull that up. I'm going to pull that back up.
Yes,
and I'm
we
gonna put
did
that on
it. It
Facebook.
was so, yes,
I'll put that
ma'am.
back on Facebook. Because I'm like, I think I did it. But
We
had
did it.
so many
We
things
did
that
it.
happen here sometimes, that sometimes we have to jump through hoops. And I'm like,
Right.
okay, did we get to do the show?
Exactly.
You know, it's rare that we're not able
We
to.
did it. We
so
did it.
I'm
We're
going to pull
back here
that up
again.
on my inventory, on my archive and see if I can find that show.
Yes, ma'am.
And at that time, you were promoting, what, another book, weren't you?
Yes,
There was
ma'am. My
another
word
book.
was another. I'm telling you, I'm all over.
I know. Well, what was
Yes,
the name of that book?
And that one, I believe, was either my poetry book, Underneath the Truth There Lies a Girl,
Okay,
or
no.
I had a novel. Actually, was
How many
Remove
minutes?
the Cover and See.
How many minutes? 4? 3.
Already. I had a novel, Remove the Cover and See What's Beyond.
That's it.
That's probably what it was.
That's what it was. Okay,
telling you.
okay. I'm like, okay, I should have
So I've been doing this for a
I
long time.
should have pulled the book out, but I really wanted to talk
Yes.
about, you know, because, I mean, it's been 9 to 10 years that I've been here. And I'm like, you're one of the.
exactly. And I'm
one of-
still learning. I'm so excited now that I recently got my books into the Abbeville Library. So
Yes, that's
I'm so excited
amazing.
about that.
Wow.
And right now it's in the
What's the
process.
secret? How
I
did you
know.
manage it? Just favor from God for sure.
See, it was favor from him. I'm like, God, you opened up some
You know, there
doors.
was a time we couldn't get anything in any of
Anything,
the
and-
public libraries.
I would have never imagined in a million years that I would actually have something that I've written to be in a library. You know, as growing up, you look at books, and half the time you don't know who these authors are, and to say actually that you can go and say, hey, I want to check out a book by Shaquana, it still blows my mind away.
Well, it
still
took you
blows.
to probably personally approach them, and they
Correct.
saw the energy,
Correct.
felt the energy, and you
Yes,
probably
ma'am.
shared everything that you
Everything
do,
just-
and they knew
yes,
that,
and
well,
it was like,
she's a serious camper
Yes,
here,
ma'am.
you know?
And that
No, I
was
wanted to
it.
congratulate that,
Thank
that you were
you.
able to do that, because seriously, Shaquana, it's been years and years that I've been plugging way before 10, and even in Christian bookstores, trying to get local authors and local entertainers, their music into the different stores
Stores.
besides just Christian.
Right,
And listen, unless you knew the person at a library,
exactly.
they have a certain system where they order books usually. It's not easy, but it's beginning to,
Right.
local authors are beginning to get favor.
Yes,
you know?
yes, thank
They're Beginning
God.
to get favor. Well, he was showing me a few
Right.
minutes ago that we had 3 minutes. That's why I said, he said 3, but his fingers look like 4. But anyway, we probably have about 2 minutes now. So would you want to recap on anything, if you're speaking to people out there,
Okay.
words of encouragement to the new, say, wannabe?
I just want to say to anyone with a dream to never give up. God gave us each a special gift and a special talent. And if he brought it to us, he will bring us. If he brought it to us, then he'll definitely bring us through it. And so I just say keep going, because your time could be right there around the corner. Don't ever give up. I'm telling you.
Never give up. And I'm going to
Never.
plug a children's book by Leon Gallo. And he has a book that he wrote that says, take this shot and never give up. It's a shot for never giving up. And he is actually published, and he's actually a nurse.
Wow.
So he gives a shot of never giving
Wow.
up. So I told him we need to market
Yes,
that.
exactly.
But anyway, I want to thank Acadiana for watching. This has been wonderful. I've had 2 wonderful guests today, and at this time we need to shut down. But listen, if you have a dream, AOC is the place to be. Check out what they have to offer. Go to that website. Check them out. Meanwhile, thank you for watching, and thank you for being my guest again.
Yes, ma'am.
I look forward to hearing and seeing everything you're going to do, lady.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
And the credits are rolling, so I want to tell Acadiana that it's been a wonderful ride, 9, almost 10 years, and my season is not over, but it has changed. And so instead of me being a producer, I am blessed that my director is going to become a producer of one of my shows, and he's going to carry on with what he wants to do. But thank you, and remember, AOC is a place to be. Your dreams can come true.